Hey everyone, back at Farmer Pat here. Guys, it's Gungo time. Um, I've been growing these Gungo peas, started from seed, probably I would say 7, 8 months ago. And now it's time to pick some Gungo. I was trying to get them while they were still green because I love Gungo rice and peas when it's green. But hey guys, the dried ones are just as good. Plus, I plan on leaving some dry ones anyway so that we can plant some. So today's video, we're gonna harvest some Gungo peas. I'm gonna give you some tips on how to make the best Jamaican rice and peas. Then I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna be planting some Gungo so we have more Gungo peas for next year. So let's get started. All right, so let's set the camera up and let's get started with our harvest. All right, so here's what I picked so far of one of my bushes. This is what I have so far. A whole lot of Gungo peas. And here's what I left behind. So I left quite a bit of dried ones on there all the way around because those are what I'm gonna save for future. So that's just one tree. Now let's get to that other one. This one I still need to remove. That one died. But this one is also full of Gungo. So let's go ahead and pick these Gungo. All right, so I'm done with the second tree. I gave it a really good stripping. I did leave a couple stragglers, or there are a few stragglers on the second tree. This tree, I would say, is about minimum 10 to 12 feet tall. I did leave some that were a little bit on the greener side, so you know I can come back and harvest those another time, or I probably just leave them on to get dry. Then over here, I left quite a few dried ones. For the second tree, I harvested most of the dry ones because I'm probably gonna make 2 different batches of Gungo peas, one dry and one green. All right, so let's go check out what we have and let's go ahead and I'll show you how to shell Gungo peas or pigeon peas. All right, so we have quite a beautiful harvest here. What I'm gonna do probably in a few months, not right now. There were originally 4 Gungo peas trees. 2 got knocked over with Ian. This one got killed with Ian. So what I probably do is in the spring, I'm gonna come back and probably plant maybe 3 more Gungo peas trees or 3 or 4 Gungo peas trees along here so that once these stop producing, the others will come back. Gungo peas, I would say they last at least 3 years, 3 to 4 years. Where you'll be getting production, but you know, this is gonna be my Gungo walk, so I don't mind having a whole lot of Gungo peas because guys, all this came out of two bushes.
To shell gungo, you hold the tip and you pull back along the curved side. And you're gonna see that little string come out right off, and then that makes it easy for you to open up the gungo. The green ones are a little bit more resistant than the dried ones. The dried ones are a lot easier to pull. You can see that one comes off really easily. So you just keep going. Gungo peas, you know, it takes a while to peel because, you know, you have to do them one by one. So you just hold the stem, pull it along the curved side, and you open up your gungo. It gives you that little steam to open it up easily. Otherwise, it can take you forever. This batch actually took me like 2 hours. Guys, if you guys have a easier way of how you shell your peas, let me know. Let me show you again. Take your hand, slide it back, you see? That string comes off. Then it opens up very easy. Very easy. Also, for these peas that are not all the way dry, they're like in between dry and green. You can see they're not dry, they're still a little bit soft. I'm putting this in a green patch. Growing up in Jamaica, I started growing, my parents gave me a little square of land, a little square in the garden. Maybe like a 6 by 6 piece of ground. I think I was maybe 10 years old, or no, probably younger than 10. And they told me to grow whatever I want. And I never forgot, the very first thing I grew were peas, these gungo peas. And that day, you know, however many months after, when I harvested the peas and we had it for Sunday dinner, that was probably one of my proudest moments, just to know that I grew something. And who would have known that that was probably what started this love for growing food. That along with 100 other things probably, but that's probably where it started, come to think of it. Even though it lied dormant for many, many years, it wasn't until maybe just the past 5-6 years that I started really enjoying growing food, and really since COVID is when I really started wanting to grow more food. So gungo peas is a very easy crop. You basically the seeds are extremely easy to germinate. I remember when I germinated my seeds, within days, they popped up, like just literally days. And every single seed, every single pea that I put in the ground, in the soil, every single one germinated. And that's the thing, when you pick them nice and fresh, you know, like freshly dried peas, they germinate extremely easy. Every single one germinates, so it's a great crop. That's why I left so many ones on the tree to dry, so I can just dry those and harvest those and save those to plant more gungo pea seedlings. And here we are, finally finished. Took 3 hours. But we have a whole ton of gungo peas now. So this is the green batch, and here it's a dried batch. And most of them weren't dry. You can see like these little small ones. This is the dried one versus the ones that aren't fully dry. And if you check the green one versus these green ones, you can see the big difference. The dry versus the green. So what I'm gonna do now to preserve the green ones, I'm gonna wash them, and then I'm gonna put them in freezer Ziploc bags, and I can just use what I need when I need it. So these are gonna be frozen, and then for the dried ones, I'm gonna keep them in a jar. Probably using these first, and then since I can use this for a longer period of time, The other dried ones that are on the tree, I'm gonna leave them on the tree for a couple more weeks so that they can dry out some more, because as you can see, only a few of them were really truly dry. And here we have it, ready for the freezer. So I put the date on it, and I also labeled what it is. It's gungo peas or pigeon peas. And here are the dried ones. This is a great way to store dried beans, but as you can see, some of my beans were not completely dry, so it's not a good idea to store them in a jar unless they are completely dry. Otherwise you'll get, mold and fungus. But I'm just doing this to show you how you can store it. We're gonna actually cook these first since they are mixed, and we're gonna probably cook them today or tomorrow, make our gungo peas and rice. Okay, so you guys can notice that I store them flat, right? That way, if I don't need to use all the beans, the peas for a meal, I can literally just break it off. When it freezes, it'll be easy to just break off whatever portion I need when I'm making my rice and peas. So that's why I stored it. I'm storing it flat in this way. And by freezing it, it will last months, and then we'll be able to have our fresh gungo peas from the garden. So what I like most, the best part about growing gungo peas is, of course, you're gonna have your own organic, delicious gungo peas. The worst part I can tell you was picking the peas or shelling the peas. If you're somebody like my mom who enjoys it, then great. Find a friend who enjoys shelling it. I didn't exactly enjoy it. But you know what? It may be a good activity. Growing up, everybody would sit around the table and shell peas together. If you have someone to help you, great. If not, hope you're somebody who enjoys that. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope this encouraged you that you too can go out and plant your own gandules or pigeon peas and eat organic from your own garden. Till next time, bye now.
All right, so before we end the video, I'm gonna show you how I'm planting a few seeds, a few more peas. So I just opened up one of the dried pods, and I put 2 peas per little cell, and I'm just gonna lightly sprinkle them with soil. Just to cover the pea. You don't want to cover it too deeply. You don't want to cover it too deep, so just lightly sprinkle. Lightly sprinkled. It's probably about 1/2 inch worth of soil that I'm sprinkling on. Then I'm gonna water it. And put it in a nice warm area. I probably put it in my greenhouse, and these should sprout within a week or so. And well, it's winter now, so it may take a little longer, but these will definitely sprout. I have sprouted peas, the ones that you see, I've sprouted them from a pot, and they sprouted very, very quickly, and you can see how well they did. So I'm probably gonna plant some more out so I can have peas, some pigeon peas or gungo peas. I'll have those in my Etsy store probably by March. These should be a good enough size so I can put them in my Etsy store. Alright guys, so hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you're planting. Let me know what your favorite recipe is for your gandules or your pigeon peas or your gungo peas. Till next time, bye now.